All right, this is a little bit of a sidebar here, but what's with the 18 and a half thing?
What, should I do that when you're like 9.5?
Well, no, not even 9 and a half. When you're like, there's a big difference between a child who's 2 years old and 3 years old. And so when you say like, oh, he's 2.5, like then you sort of know that, oh, okay, they're closer to 3 than they are 2. When you're 18 and a half.
Okay. Well, but I was doing it because if I said he was 18 and then Paulie would say, well, he's really kind of closer to 19. So I was just having a little fun with his age. To let you know, he's 18 and a half.
He'll be that half a year. His birthday is August 11th. So
borderline 19.
Yeah, that's as close to borderline 19 as you possibly can.
So he's 18 and 3/4 or 9.
In 2 years and 4 weeks,
10.
we're going out with him drinking.
He's 18 and 11 months.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I should have done that. Like he's 18.
18 and 11 months.
Yeah.
That's how young this guy is.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Okay. Then I should have said he's almost 19, and he had those things to say.
He's 220 months old, if you want to go by baby.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, like he's a little guy.
220 months.
How old is he? 220 months.
When do we stop doing that with your age?
I did it
with your children.
Right out of the canal, if you know what I mean. My daughter's 0. Right out.
She's 0?
I hate the months thing.
Yeah,
she's 9 years old.
Okay. Percentile drives me crazy. Like, oh, yeah.
He's 90th percentile.
Yeah, it's rare when I see a kid who's not in the 90th percentile or something. Like, we make him sound like he's going to be Yao Ming. Like, 98th percentile. Okay. I don't know what any of that means.
It all balances out
eventually. Yes.
Although the months thing or like the half thing, to me, it's sort of like I just said, makes sense up until a certain point. Because, right, if you're 4 or 5, there's a huge difference between being 4 years old and 5 years old. So the further you get along in that year, it makes a little more sense to me. But by the time you're 8, you're not 8.5 anymore. Only 8.5-year-olds will say that. You know, like kids will say that.
Okay, but what age should you stop doing months? Yeah, Fritzy.
To me, it sounds like 18 months would be the cutoff. You know, you're more likely to say your kid's 18 months than a year and a half old. And then once you're 2, you're 2. And then until you're 3, you're still 2.
It doesn't work that way with moms.
And
or if the dad has something he sees in his son where he's taller, he's only like 2.5. You know, yeah, Fritzy.
And the percentile thing, I think a lot of it's just the insecurity of parents. They're so afraid their kid's not going to fit in, or they're freakishly too small or too heavy that they have to make sure everyone knows that they're in the perfect percentile, or they're within the range. Their kid's not too tall or too short or too overweight or too skinny. Don't worry about their kid. They're just fine.
Yeah, but the whole percentile, I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't even know what it means. Like, oh, they're in the 90th percentile. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know what that.
That's good.
It is good?
Yeah.
So what does that mean you're taller than 90% of other kids?
Yeah. I guess.
Is that an advantage? I mean, let's say you don't play sports.
Wasn't for my son. He was like in the 98th percentile.
Well, considering that percentile thing is like you're still not even 2 feet tall, it really has no bearing whatsoever on your life.
I know, but there's a kind of math that you do, or you measure elbow to something, and then when you're 2.5, they can tell you how tall you're going to be.
Like they said, based on all of that percentile stuff, that my son should be right around 6'2" or something. And if he is even a hair shorter than that, I'm going to be like, this is garbage.
Wow.
This is garbage.
You're going to get your money back.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to hold on to that. And by the time he's done growing, if he's any shorter than 6'2", I'm going to call that doctor and be like, you lied.
I remember when my son was born, the doctor did not tell us if it was boy or girl. He just said, this is the longest baby I've ever delivered. And I said, what is it? And he goes, oh, it's a boy. And my son was 2 feet long when he was born.
Nice.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm thinking.
Straight out of the canal, as Paul says.
Yeah, straight out of the Erie Canal. Yeah.
Trying to be nice.
Yeah.
I went straight out of the canal, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But that whole percentile thing, I mean, I thought I was going to have
that album never took off straight out of the canal. Never took off.
It was straight out of Compton, and they went to straight, you know, it was going to be straight out of Canal.
Don't call it a C-section.
It was only a dream. How did we get there?
18 and a half or something?
Percentile to straight out of the canal.
Kevin Knox should say I'm 227 months old when he's in
I'm only 18 and a half, guys. Give me a little time to adjust to the league.
All right, I gotta work on that with Kevin Knox. I was trying to give Kevin Knox a lot of credit that he was not 19. He was 18 and a half.
18 and a half.
Ish. Yeah.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.